right, so we're gonna go ahead and do some Xforce talk. First of all, let's talk about some freaking Adepticon spoils. Like, man, these things are pretty cool, I would say. Let me go ahead and pull them up real quick. So, Adepticon spoiled. Turn this down a bit more. What I do, I'll figure this out. Anyways, got Bishop and Nightcrawler sculpts, which are just super dope. Which would be really cool if both are in Xforce. Because they've both canonically been Xforce, right? They've both been in it. We all know this, or we know this. They're both very much. Where is all the sculpts? I can't find them apparently. But we saw the sculpts. I like the Nightcrawler one with the swords. That looks really cool. And Bishop looks pretty cool himself too. So we'll just go ahead and leave it at that. This episode, I'm gonna go over my current roster that I'm playing with in like TTS or what I would take to a tournament today. So if I was to go to a tournament today, this is what I will be playing with. So we'll go ahead and break it down a little bit. I know people have been asking for this one for a while. Let's get right into it, I guess. So primarily, you got Cable, of course, and affiliate characters. You're taking Domino, 23, Honey Badger, and then you're going to take Psylocke. What I've been realizing is a core of Cable, Logan, and Psylocke is insanely good because you're at, I'm going to hit Bill here for Psylocke's purposes. If I need to play 15, I'm probably not playing this just because, but you could do Badger, which I don't hate this. Cable, Logan, Badger, 23, Psylocke. So he's saying 23. But the real thing is where it really starts to get juicy is 16. 16, you could do this. This is like insane on Researcher. You just have so much mobility going on. You have so much pressure coming out. It's really fun. Losing Sabretooth makes 17 really kind of awkward. The best X-Force you could do for 17 that I've been finding with something like this is going to be Cable, 23, Psylocke. So we'll hit Bill real quick. And then you got 5 more threat. So you could do Badger, Pyro, or if you really wanted to, you could do Skull in here. I don't hate this. It's just I feel like this is where like Hellfire Club actually makes a big difference because I can bring in Emma at 17, do Emma, Psylocke, Logan, Skull. So then at this point I'm at 17. And this is like you got 5 characters that can interact with Secures / 4 that can do extracts, which is more than enough. But I really like this because 17 is typically like your wider extract, which we'll get into here in a minute. But I really like doing this for Rec 17s. Other things I could like to do, like I said, I don't hate the Cable, Skull, Psylocke 23. Well, that's 17. So this isn't terrible. If it's a bad game for 23, so like let's say I'm going into Convocation or Defenders, I don't really like 23 there. Domino's okay. This is where I'm really torn if I want Deadpool or Domino. It's really hard to swap out the spot, but that's really the thoughts behind that. So you have options when it comes to 17, but it's typically, from my experience, either throw Sabretooth back in here somehow, or go Hellfire Club. And I'm kind of just leaning, I just go with Hellfire Club at 17. It's just typically a better Crisis build for that anyways. So after 17, we get 18. We come back to our core of Cable, Logan, Psylocke, which is just insane. You have arguably like some of the best flankers, and Logan can pretty much handle the side by himself, and Psylocke can pretty much handle the side by herself. And if you can jam down the middle, it's even better because you're just putting so much pressure on your opponent. And they're both middle. They're both mobile. They also both have just round 1 center line attacks. It's great. So but 18, we come here, Cable, Logan, Psylocke. we'll just click Bill for now. So for to represent Sox, we got 5 threads. We could just do our Badger in 23, or you could take Domino instead of 23, or you could take Pyro because Badger is affiliated. So you got 1, 2, 3, and Logan and Pyro are not. So it really depends on what crisis it is. If it is a crisis where I do want Pyro, then that comes up. It's really just your crisis dependent. I think we're gonna do a crisis episode on the next one we do. 19 is typically going to be something like demons. So this is kind of where Bill's here. Bill's also here for a couple other things, but we'll go into that. But 19 is basically going to be the same thing, but you get 2 3s. And the list really just builds itself. And then 20, if you really wanted to, you could do this, and then take Skull, and then take 2 3s, which is really fun. You could also go Hellfire Club and do the 17 plus 23, which is another fun one, or Domino. Now, the tech slots here, really a tech slot or match sideboard, I guess you could call it, is going to be Hellfire Club because you pretty much have maximum flexibility with it to where you can just go Emma and take what you want. I still think Emma, Skull, Psylocke is just like a stupid core with Hellfire Club. I didn't really talk about 15 because 15 is kind of in a weird spot for me. Hopefully 15 just doesn't come up because I'm not bringing it 15. If I don't have Prio, I just don't give them. But in the weird chance that I end up playing on 15, I don't hate Emma, Logan. Say that's 8. Let's just take Psylocke for another 4. So that's 12. And then you can do 23. Or Domino, which Domino might be better at 15 if it's Gamma. Arguably, you could also just do Emma. So we'll say Bill, Emma, Skull, Psylocke, and Badger. I don't hate that, but I don't like it as much. I like having the flexibility. You could arguably not do Psylocke and just do Emma, 23. Yeah, you could just do Bill, Skull, 23, Domino, or even Pyro if you want Pyro, which I don't hate this. So this might be like my 15 I'm leading towards is Hellfire Club and taking a combination of like running more models because this is our 5 wide at 15 technically because of the grunt. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 5 wide at 15 with the grunt. Which really isn't that bad, especially because the grunt will just sit there on Gamma. If it's sword, the grunt can interact. So basically, the games that you're playing 15 on, like, this actually makes more sense. So this is another reason why I think Hellfire Club is just really, really good for Xforce to pair into. Not only that, but you're doubling down on healing factors with Logan, 23, Honey Badger. The leadership's just really fun. I enjoy it. Okay. So let's go ahead. Oh, Bill. Bill, I really like playing Bill on if I want to play Eyes on the Prize and I'm not playing Skull. So if I have priority and it's like Montesi or Scrolls, I'll play sometimes. Depends on like what the matchup is. But Bill's also good on demons because he's immune to incinerate. If I'm going into somebody with pyro, and it's really like a tech slot of like, do I need Logan here or can I take Bill? Bill's also good into the big boys because he's got the God Hunter. I've also found that Logan and Psylocke both can just like nuke people, like Hulk, Malekith. It don't matter. Like they'll just take it down. So there's some thoughts there. Pyro really good on multi extracts with his pyrotechnics, or if I just need to like I really want to punish. Pyro might be like the next thing I cut, to be completely honest, the more I think about it, because I don't think I've played Pyro in a while. It's hard saying that because I really do like Pyro, and he's also really a good tech slot into like Thanos or Malekith or Hulk even, like pretty much the big bad 3. Pyro's really, really good into, so I find it hard to cut him because he does make games. It's just mostly when I'm playing those types of games. For scenarios, I am currently on. I'm kind of torn on this last slot for extracts. It's either Scrolls or Virus for me. I think I like the 20 more, so I think I'm gonna be running Scrolls. And it's really not that bad. It's not that bad of a scenario. And Virus, just like you do have the chances that virus could just screw you over. But for secures, we're taking demons, infinity, and not madmen. This is supposed to be something else. Scoundrels. I take scoundrels now because of Emma and Hellfire Club. I think it's actually really good for Hellfire Club. It's basically a 5-point, a 5-point whatchamacallit, infinity formula when you're playing Emma, which is kind of funny. So there is that. Well, that's because I pulled the wrong list up. That's fine. I have 2 of these that I'm working with. Let's go ahead and put that one up. Excuse me real quick. Xforce now. Hellforce, here it is. I also just kind of started. I just call it Hellforce now. Fun little name. All right. So yeah, see here on this one, I got Legacy Virus. I'm really torn between the two. Same characters though. That doesn't change at all. But demons is good for Bill. Bill's great. And it's just a safe, secure. It's not going too fast. It's 3 secure points. I don't mind throwing D's in here, but demons is just safe and it's the E that we want, and it's not gamma for the 15. So it's got a great threat value for 19, and it's just like a pretty good scenario as far as that goes. All right. So demons, I just like it as slow and the threat value. Affinity formula to me is still like Xforce's best secure. It's a great point value. Yeah, it's 17. I said 17. I'm probably going to be going Hellfire Club, but I still have like the 17 that I could do the Cable Psylocke 23. This where it's Cable Domino 23 or Pyro Badger Psylocke. I guess not a bad 17 at all. So I like Infinity Form is still great. Superpower Scoundrels is a really good Hellfire Club one, like I said, because it's 20 threat, which means you're taking Emma, Psylocke, Logan, Skull. It's 8, 17 plus 23 or Domino or Pyro, either one of those. At 20 is really, really fun. I've really enjoyed it. X-Trap, Alien Ship. I think Alien Ship is like the staple nowadays for X-Force because it's just 3 points. It's not fast. It's easy to go get. Again, 17, we have options. Plus, you can also change it to be whatever threat the other card is. So I really enjoy Alien Ship, and if it comes to the point where like you do take damage from it, like you got a bunch of healing factor characters, so kind of like nulls that. The other thing about it is X-Force usually spins almost all their power minus Psylocke. So it's kind of like the points where you would actually take damage or roll for Alien Ship doesn't really matter all that much. So let's skip this one for now. Hammers is good. I don't think it's like amazing. What I like about it is X-Force actually has like safe grabs from like Mystique or whatever. Plus, you can do Skull with Eyes on the Prize and grab 2 hammers, which is just stupid in my opinion. It's fun. Skull being able to grab 2 hammers round 1 is just dirty. The other thing you could do is we got Legacy Virus or Scrolls. I'm really torn between the two. I'm leaning more towards Scrolls because I like the threat value and I don't like the off chance that somebody just has a Legacy Virus play. It scares me still. I don't know if I'm just like hurt from previous metas or what. But it's like I just don't care for it as much. Games I have played on Legacy Virus haven't felt bad, but I don't know. I'm leaning towards Legacy Virus because it's a 3-pointer versus Scrolls is a 4-pointer. But Scrolls also has a chance to send my opponent into me, but also has a chance to send me into my opponent. But then it's gonna be somebody like Bill or Logan or even Psylocke who's gonna be grabbing it, which means they're probably gonna be fine. So those are our crises and my internal debate. If you have any thoughts on whether you think Deadly Legacy Virus or Scrolls or any other crises really that would be better, let me know. Brace, I was trying R&D again for a little bit with Jonathan. It didn't really make me happy. So we're back on Brace and Sacrifice. Sacrifice to me is the staple restricted card for X-Force if you are taking honey badger and or saber tooth. It's just to me, it's too good. It's too much value. Um, cat and mouse to me, I take it every game. I used to think that it wasn't an every game theme, but now with Psylocke, it absolutely is. Like it's too good. And if Psylocke doesn't want it, Cable probably wants it. Eyes on the prize, kind of discussed that already. It's here for Skull or Bill. Skull uses it more, in my opinion, because he can actually grab two themes with it when it comes up. Fallback because it's not reliant on my opponent. It's reliant on my opponent to play the game, but it's not reliant on my opponent to do something. I'm also kind of down on no matter the cost. I'll go into that in a second. But fallback just it saves you. Got to get some air. I don't think Logan needs it, but it absolutely helps him. It really enables some things. I'll use it defensively, like Spider Tracker, or use it offensively to grab something early round one. I guess I could have probably been pulling these up so you guys can actually like read these, but yeah, fallback. Eyes on the prize. If you've not looked at it, really, it's just a fun card. It helps you get like parity or above on extracts round one, if not later. Could get a phone call. Bracer knows what it does. Pyrotechnics, I think, is like if you're taking pyro, you're probably taking this card. It's just so good. Like I said before, it's basically mini Midnight Phantasmagoria. Sacrifice we talked about, exceptional. Everybody knows, like you're taking exceptional. If you want to play around with these, for me the locks are cat and mouse. If you're playing Skull or Bill, you're probably taking eyes. If you're taking pyro, you're taking pyrotechnics. Sacrifice, exceptional. And now some hot takes. Hellfire Club is just kind of necessary because I'm taking Hellfire Club. Crimson Dawn. I truly think that Crimson Dawn is like stable to Psylocke. I played without it a couple times and I just missed it the entire game. Like, well, not the entire game, but like when it was like relevant. The biggest things to think about is like it's a deterrent from your opponent to attack her, and if they do attack her, like she just becomes better. I don't know. Like I'm super hot on Crimson Dawn. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments down below. Ha. But I really like her, man. Like Psylocke's like been amazing for me, and I love Crimson Dawn. I played a couple games without it, and I just missed it. So I don't really know what to say about it. No matter the cost, I'm down on no matter the cost personally, because especially if you're gaming the core of Cable Logan 23, you very much, Cable Logan Psylocke, you don't really have anybody that wants to use no matter the cost round one. And even nowadays when you're running 23, like you're almost better off just like double moving and grabbing an extract with her, instead of no matter the costing and hoping it works out for you, because it's a very high variance play, so it doesn't always work. So I'm kind of been more down on no matter the cost and taking more defensive cards instead of like just chance cards. So that's my thoughts there. Other thoughts with the list: Emma Diamond Form. It's very rare to play Diamond Form. It's pretty much, if it's gonna save me like VPs in like the long run. Like is this transform going to win me the game? Is what DeLuca one time told me, and I completely agree with. It's very much like, is this going to be what makes or break the game? So that's my advice there. Other cards that you could look to, or other splashes even. Gambit's always fun. Take Dark Pass. It also makes you want to bring pretty sneaky. Simo is always good for rerolls. Howling Commandos if you want to go a clapback list. Fury Jr. for a different style of grunts play. I like Red Skull though. He's just so much better for what I'm doing. Crimson Dynamo, but he also just like makes the E's in 15. I think you're playing mono Xforce. I think he makes the list, but you know what I'm doing, he doesn't really fit. Gwen's pretty cool. She just control, displacement. That's like the next thing I really wish I could get for this team is like displacement, like good displacement too. Ronan is great for the clapback list, and Winter Soldier is great for the clapback list. Unaffiliated tactic cards. I was surprised. Advanced R&D. I think you play Advanced R&D if you're trying to make Jonathan work. It's not needed for any character really here. It really isn't. Mission Objective is a good one. Helps keep you in the game. What is this one? Oh, kick them while they're down. I like it with pyro, but I just like pyrotechnics more. And that's really it. This is pretty much where I'm at with like all my testing and what I've been thinking with Xforce. Um, so yeah, if you have anything that you think of, like just let me know. I very much think that as far as secures go, you really want demons. Gamma if it wasn't 15. Infinity Formula, Intrusions, Mayor Fisk, Mutant Madman's okay. Riot Spark is okay, and Sword is okay, but I wouldn't recommend it. For extracts, Alien Ship, Legacy Virus, Hammers, Paranoia, Research Station, Cubes is okay. I don't like going like high VP games. That you can kind of really see what I've done with this list is I've really focused on like the low VP counts and I give me time to kill, right? So like that's kind of where I'm going for. And I was kind of talking with Sam about this the other night. And that's it's very much like X-Force has like very self-reliant characters, and this list is very much self-reliant characters. There's like some outliers, of course, but like Bill, in my opinion, very self-reliant. Domino, pretty self-reliant. She's not like relying on anybody else to do something to set her up or do anything. Honey Badger just does her thing. Logan just does his thing. 23 just does her thing. Sabak just does her thing. Red Skull just does his thing. Like everybody here is like very, very like self-reliant, and I think that's where I've been seeing a lot of success with this list is running down that mindset. But yeah, that's what I'm currently playing with X Force and the thoughts behind the choices. If you guys have any comments, let me know. If you have any questions, just hit me up. I love talking about it. So yeah, I'm here for you guys. So catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and yeah.